so now I've got it down to pretty much where I want it to get before I start tilling it. But I want to heat treat this belly. So that's what I'm going to do next. And I created me a 2x6, and I'm only doing a 4-inch. I'm doing it also, I might add, I'm doing a 4-inch back set. So it's the back set throws the limbs forward. And so then I want to heat treat this belly. And once I get this belly heat treated about maybe 30 minutes aside, and then it'll keep it from having set whenever I try to tiller it. So that's where I'm going to start. I don't know. That's the only thing I know, I guess. So I'm going to get started here. Get a timer on. And slowly starting to heat it. So you can use any cheap heat gun, but I got this heat gun, but this is what it looks like. So now I'm ready to take off my clamps, and I'm going to see what I have. I've never done this before, so this is what we're going to try. We're going to see exactly what we have. Oh, yeah. So, as you can see, I've got just a little bit of back set on that joker. So these are heat treated, limbs. I got a little bit of back set, not much, but you know what? I'm going to put it on here and I'm just going to see. Wow, I got a little over 2 inches of back set. So the limbs are about 2 inches further forward than this. And that'll be about right. I wasn't really specifically looking at trying to get a particular distance. I just was trying to get a little back set. So, well, my next project will be tillering this baby and getting him down to where we can start working with him. So, wow, I'm tickled. To start, like I said, it's an adventure, so on to the tillering process we go. We'll see what comes of that. So here we are, trying to get ready for tillering. First, what I had to do was I made these nocks, and I cut these nocks in. The first nocks I ever cut in, I'm not sure, but string sets in there pretty nice. I think maybe I want to put a groove up here in the front to flush that up then eventually, but as for now it's going to work for tillering. And I think anyhow, that's the name of the game right now. We're going to tiller and see where we are, take off a little bit what we need to, but there's my tillering tree. Oh boy, and I attached a pulley down here, and I fastened it to one of the legs of my workbench. Hey, anything will do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what we got. Let's see what we got. Never done this before, so this is definitely an adventure. So I have the bow anchored in here in a little pocket that helps steady that bow in there, make sure it don't slip out. I have a little carabiner. I'm gonna attach onto there. Grab my rope. Never done this before, but here we go. See what happens. Well, appears like to me. I don't know what you think. It's bending fairly even. Seems stiff. It's wanting to hinge right in here. It's wanting to hinge right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that off, I guess. So if I start, maybe I can get that to do better there, hopefully. Well, away we go. Now the shading begins. Now the key is to take off that little bit, which I'm thinking that it's right in. It hinges right in here. So this here, I need to start taking this off just a little bit. This seems a little bit meaty right in here on both limbs. So that's what we're gonna start taking. I don't know. I'll do some more shaving here and see what comes up with here. Well, here we are, and I don't know what day this is on my bow build, but I'm looking at my bend, and I don't have a bad bend right there. I think I need to take a little bit more out of here. You can see right in here, I'm a little bit shy. But anyhow, I'm gonna pinch this in here. Pinch that in there, hook up my makeshift scale and my big D-loop that I have, and I want to see how it bends. I've been working at it now for a little while. So, if you can see, £50 at 22 inches is what I got, but I'm still gonna have to, ouch, sorry, I ran into my own table. I'm still gonna have to take out. I love the way this one is bent. This in here seems to be just a bit stiff in here, and I've got a couple marks that I've been referencing that I know that from this point to this point I need to take out, from what I understand. Like I said, this is my first time, so what we're doing is just trial and error. That's why I decided to do hickory for my first bow. So I'm going to see if I can take a little bit more out of there. We're going to continue in the process and keep peeling off and keep peeling off and keep peeling off until I reach, like right now, I'm at 22 inches. I've got the string at 22 inches, and I've got about a 6.5 inch brace height right now. But I'm going to try it. Right now I'm at 22 inches, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to get to 27, 28. That's going to be pretty much my draw. So we're gonna see. So how it goes from here is just keep doing it. One thing I will add that I have figured out is that this, let me just take this bow down for you and I'll show you. One thing I need to figure out really quickly somehow, and maybe somebody would be able to be so gracious to help me, but I got to take off this side, yeah, on that side. What I got to do is, I found this. Now if you remember, I started out with about a 2-inch back set, and now I am encountering just this right here. This is not the back set. It should be bent this way. I don't know. So I'm gonna work with that. Let's see what I can come up with, but I don't know. I'm gonna check the internet, but I think I'm gonna take this off here and I'm gonna get out to 27, 28 inches, and I want about 50 pounds at that before I sand down and finish my handle and stuff. But I love the way this here bends. I just got to take a little bit more because it's wanting to hinge. It's wanting to hinge in this area. So I'm going to work it a little bit more, and hopefully here in a little bit I'll have her close. So I know by the marks on my sides here that from this point here out to this point right here, I need to take off a little bit to get this to bend a little bit more, and I can take a little bit more off this tip. So probably from about right in here on, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use the beveled edge here, or whatever you call that, where you file to sharpen it. I'm going to use that and pull it straight toward me, and it gets a lot of stuff off. That's the ticket right there. Trying to just take off a little bit at a time, and I'm thinking I'm going to keep taking. I'm going to take off about another 5 to 7 times off of here before I do it again. And I think I'm going to get close. I think really close with this, and then hopefully I can figure out about that set that I have going on in here. So hang on, we'll see what happens. So I've shot my bow. I'm kind of fairly satisfied with what I have. I may want to redo the shelf just a little bit, but other than that, I can do that with filing and standing. Right now, I'm going to start the finishing process, and from what I hear, I've got 80 grit sandpaper, and I've rounded the edges just a tick, not strong, but just getting the roughness off of it. I'll come over it again with some 120, 220, whatever, and just rounding the edges, making things just soft and have a curve to them. So I'm going to continue sanding here. And then we'll get on to finishing. Now I've got 120 grit sandpaper, and I'm just touching it up. Got my I'm just going by what it feels like. I'm not a professional sander. After I get this done, I'll probably just use True Oil. I'm not sure which one they recommend. You can get it at Walmart, I think. But it's just Oh yes. A little rough right here. But many times throughout this process, I've been hearing a lot of guys say that one of these days they want to do this. And I'm saying, why not now? I'm 50 years old, getting ready to turn 51, and I wish I'd have started before now. Because after I started now, after I've done my first one, or if I'm finishing my first one, wish I'd have started earlier. Oh yeah. This is going to be my baby. But it's just, sanding only comes down to by touch. So you just go by whatever your little heart desires on that. I'm just going to touch it up, touch this handle up a little bit, and we should be ready to finish. And like I said, fairly simple, so anybody can do it. So here I am, finished product, all sanded, ready for finishing. I'm just using my toboggan to wipe it off, all the dust off of it, and get it ready for sealing. And so I've got to find some sealer. And then that process, I think, takes pretty much hardly no time at all. And then I can get more into my string and putting my silencer on, and I think I might put a leather handle on here, but a little close up here if I can. A little close up, look at that. And this smooth as all get out. And then I have this handle, this grip, which it's kind of a pistol grip, but it just feels so good. I always like for it to seat right here on this meaty part of my thumb. And so I actually don't use the pistol grip a whole lot. It just sits right there, which my center point of my bow is about right in there. So I'm approximately inch and a quarter, inch and 3/8 above where that shelf is. And the shelf, one thing I did with the shelf is, as I filed it, what I said I was going to do, I did. I filed this edge off here because I want, right back in here is where I want the arrow to rest on. I debated about putting it back here on the back. Some people may, but either way it's going to work. But I'm ready for finishing. This is going to be a beauty. Look at that, baby. How much more this old boy's going to do to this besides finish it and get it ready for turkey season? That's when the new adventures begin.